Welcome to Lecture L2F of Computer Programming Fundamentals. Computer Programming Languages, the 1980s. The 1980s introduced computer programming languages for the microcomputer generation of computer hardware platforms. The microcomputer generation forced local area networking and a shift toward client-server platform computer architecture. This shift created a computer platform architecture that linked mainframes, mini-computers, and microcomputers into a synchronous computer processing platform. No longer was a single computer referred to as the computer, but the network was now referred to as the computer. As such, the computer programming languages of the 1980s became the computer programming languages that played on the network. A network of mainframes, mini-computers, and microcomputers, bound together into a ubiquitous client-server computer platform architecture, a new computer platform architecture providing distributed computing to the masses. The 1980s established the computer programming language era for the microcomputer generation of computer hardware. The C++ computer programming language extended the C computer programming language to support the computer programming language object-oriented paradigm. The Ada computer programming language extended previous computer programming languages that supported the computer programming language object-oriented paradigm by pioneering synchronous message passing, which led to improvements in event processing. The Eiffel computer programming language emphasized the importance of the design, development, implementation, and maintenance lifecycle for computer programming languages over execution performance. The Perl computer programming language introduced the family of computer programming scripting languages that could create computer programming application solutions with a short lead time. The FL computer programming language used to create specialized function modules or components that could be reused by other computer programming languages. Each of these computer programming languages found a useful role in the new client-server platform architecture, a computer platform architecture created as a result of the microcomputer generation coming of age. C++ is a multi-paradigm, compiled, general-purpose computer programming language. C++ is regarded as an intermediate-level computer programming language, as C++ is both a high-level and low-level computer programming language. No surprise, given C++ is an outgrowth of the C computer programming language. C++ was developed by Barnett-Soustrup in 1980 at Bell Labs. Barnett-Soustrup extended the original C computer programming language by adding features that complied with the computer programming language object-oriented paradigm. Originally named C with classes, the computer programming language was renamed C++ in 1983. Today, C++ is one of the most popular computer programming languages in existence, as C++ is implemented on a wide variety of computer hardware and operating system platforms. The C++ computer programming language is used for the development of system software solutions, application software solutions, computer device drivers, embedded software, high-performance servers, and video games. What's more, C++ has greatly influenced many of today's popular computer programming languages, most notably C# and Java. In conclusion, C++ extended the C computer programming language by transitioning the C computer programming language from the computer programming language procedure-oriented paradigm to the computer programming language object-oriented paradigm. As such, C++ provided an intermediate stepping stone that led to C# and Java, two computer programming languages identical syntactically to C++, but now supported by Visual Rapid Application Integrated Development environments. Ada is a high-level computer programming language based on the computer programming language object-oriented paradigm. Ada is recognized as an extension of the Pascal computer programming language, as well as other computer programming languages that were also based on the computer programming language object-oriented paradigm. Ada's major feature is synchronous message passing, a feature critical for event processing, where event processing is the cornerstone of computer programming languages based on the computer programming language object-oriented paradigm. Ada was originally designed by a team led by Gene Ishibaya of C2 Honeywell Bull in 1983. Ada's original development was performed under contract with the United States Department of Defense. The role of Ada at the Department of Defense was to develop a common computer programming language, a common computer programming language to replace the hundreds of computer programming languages in operation at the Department of Defense. As such, the Department of Defense was concerned by the number of different computer programming languages being used for its embedded computer system projects. Many of these computer programs were obsolete or computer hardware dependent. None of them supported safe computer programming best practices. In 1975, a working group called the High Order Language Working Group was formed to address this problem, the objective being to reduce the number of computer programs by creating a computer programming language to eliminate these problems. The result was the Ada computer programming language. Ada was responsible for reducing the total number of high-level computer programming languages and use from over 450 in 1983 to 37 by 1996. Ada was named after Ada Lovelace, who is sometimes credited as being the first computer programmer. As a result of its success at the Department of Defense, the Ada computer programming language became the computer programming language of choice for embedded and real-time system computer programming application solutions. Today, Ada is designed for development of very large computer programming application solutions. In conclusion, Ada is a computer programming language originally developed at the Department of Defense for the purpose of establishing computer programming best practices for the agencies. Based on this development, Ada has evolved into a computer programming language of today, principally used for very large computer programming application solution development. Very large computer programming application solution development, where computer programming best practices are essential for success. Eiffel is a computer programming language based on the computer programming language object-oriented paradigm. Eiffel was designed by Bertrand Meyer in 1985. The Eiffel computer programming language is based on the Eiffel computer programming development methodology. The Eiffel computer programming development methodology is based on the design by contract principle. Many of the Eiffel computer programming language's design features have later found their way into the Java and C# computer programming languages. These new computer programming languages' design features were developed as part of the combined European Computer Manufacturers Association and the International Standards Organization's standardization process. What's more, enhancement of computer programming design features continue to be enhanced and incorporated into the Eiffel computer programming language. Key to the Eiffel computer programming language's approach is the emphasis of declarative computer programming statements over procedural computer programming statements. This approach was taken to provide a more reliable computer program from a software engineering perspective. The 1980s ushered in an era where coding techniques to improve computer program performance are no longer required. as the emphasis has shifted from computer program performance optimization to computer program design optimization. This was precipitated by the exponential decline in the computer hardware price-performance ratio. As such, Eiffel's design approach is to produce a computer program that emphasizes reliability and maintainability over computer program performance, allowing computer programmers to now focus on the important requirements of the computer program, unencumbered by the implementation details necessary to optimize computer program performance. This allows computer programmers to provide simple, extensible, reusable, and reliable computer programming application solutions. In conclusion, Eiffel reset the emphasis to the computer program design, development, implementation, and maintenance lifecycle. This emphasis on the computer program development lifecycle was critical for the integrated computer programming development environments of today, namely Visual Rapid Application integrated development environments such as Eclipse, NetBeans, and Visual Studio.net. These Visual Rapid Application integrated development environments not only have resulted in more reliable, extensible, reusable, and maintainable computer programs, because Visual Rapid Application integrated development environments allows computer programmers to ignore the plumbing associated with the interaction between the computer program and the computer hardware, but more importantly allows the computer programmer to concentrate on computer program logic to ensure the requirements of the computer program are satisfied. Perl is a high-level, general-purpose interpreted computer programming language. Perl stands for Practical Extraction and Reporting Language. Perl was originally developed by Larry Wall in 1987 while working at Unisys. Perl was first developed as a general-purpose Unix scripting computer programming language, a computer programming language that made report processing easier. Since then, Perl has undergone many changes, revisions, and extensions. The latest major stable revision of the Perl computer programming language, called version 5.16 of Perl 6, was released in May 2012. Perl 6 is a complete redesign of the original Perl computer programming language. Today, Perl 6 is still under active development. Perl borrows features from other computer programming languages such as C. Perl's major features is its powerful text processing facilities. Perl gained widespread popularity in the late 1990s as a common gateway interface scripting computer programming language. CGI, for short, became the dominant scripting approach for server-side processing of web pages. This was due to Perl's ability to parse HTML text submitted to the web servers. For example, shopping and ordering online computer programming application solutions. In addition to CGI, Perl is used for graphics computer programming, system administration, network computer programming, finance computer programming application solutions, bioinformatics computer programming application solutions, as well as many other computer programming application solutions. No surprise, Perl is nicknamed the Swiss Army knife of scripting computer programming languages, as Perl's flexibility, extensibility, ease of use, adaptability, and power are unmatched. Certainly, Perl is not perceived as the model of computer programming best practices, but if you need a quick computer programming solution, the Perl computer programming language is your answer. In fact, early on, Perl was referred to as the duct tape that held the internet together. In conclusion, Perl continues to provide computer programming application solutions that are required without much lead time for creation. Many of these are unplanned. What's more, most are not the most elegant computer programming solutions, but they get the job done. FL is short for function level. FL is a computer programming language that was created at the IBM Almaden Research Center by John Backus in 1989. FL was designed as a successor of Backus's earlier FP computer programming language. FP provided specific support for what Backus termed function-level computer programming. Interestingly enough, FL sometimes is viewed as Backus's apology for creating Fortran. The FL interpreter was first distributed with the 4.2 Berkeley software distribution version of the Unix operating system. The FL computer programming language was strongly influenced by Kenneth E. Iverson's APL. For example, like APL, FL also used a specialized character set. Initially, FL started as an internal IBM research project. Development of the computer programming language essentially stopped when the project was finished at IBM. However, FL's influence was carried forward by the development of the J computer programming language in the early 1990s. The J computer programming language owes its roots to APL and FL. Today, FL is used as an add-on to extend many of today's popular computer programming languages by providing special purpose functions or component objects that are incorporated into today's popular computer programming languages to provide extensibility.